But gotta give the girl a break. I mean, she's still rebooting. Oh, this is the strategic planning
why the
room.
rebels chose to take a stand.
You look like you've been busy.
As do you.
Anything else you've been looking at with that focus?
Gaia showed me the knowledge you recovered out in the desert. I am no chaplain, but I'd be curious to test if something I read is true.
What is it?
The old ones believed one could hear the great waters, even in the middle of the desert, if you carried the carcass of a water animal with you. They called them seashells.
That sounds kind of gross.
Yep.
I have to get going.
Carry on.
The carcass of a water animal.
Huh. The door's unlocked now. There's a lot of equipment in here. Gaia, what was all this for?
This room was designed for management of the facility's vast seed banks. From here, control center operatives would have monitored new crop rotations into the automated farmlands, now known as Plainsong.
I see.
I've been tackling the design of the Ag Lab. Place is gonna have a lot of seed stock to work with. My favorite? Sample 626. Calotropis gigantea. The crown flower. We used to have one in our backyard. Butterflies always fluttering around. Every morning, August would run out there to check under the leaves. See if any caterpillars turned into chrysalises. Now, I'd like to imagine that the future will be filled with them.
Aww. He still had hope. How quaint. Quaint.
According to this console, there are still thousands of plant samples stored deep below the facility. I could ask Gaia about them the next time I talk to her.
Intriguing. That's our room. Oh, this little chest icon. Nice. Map active. Seeds of the past. Talk to Warl. Oh, I can talk to Warl.
Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
She found that recording from the data on your focus. She's been watching it a lot. I think it helps calm her.
You know, I used to watch this a lot too. Whenever I wanted to take my mind off things.
Daddy sure does love his little big...
But there's something you need to tell me?
While you were gone, I came down here to check on her. Then we started talking. Right, Beta? She's been thinking about how to capture Hephaestus, studying the data Gaia gave her. But we started talking about some other stuff. You know, just getting to know each other, right? And then she told me that one of the Zeniths might be different from the others.
Tilda. You saw her at the Hades Proving Lab.
Go on.
On the way to Earth, the Zeniths never showed their faces. My servitor caretaker referred to them as my benefactors, and promised I'd meet them someday, when I had learned enough.
And then?
One day, a data channel opened in my training interface. In it, Tilda was waiting for me, in a virtual replica of a house on a cliff, overlooking the ocean. It was beautiful. She showed me paintings, books, media files. We met there in secret many times. But a few months later, it stopped.
Can you tell us why, Beta?
I found some data about Tilda at the Hades Proving Lab. I think she was the liaison between Far Zenith and Zero Dawn. She knew Elizabeth Sobek, that's for sure.
Maybe that's why she reached out to you?
What else can you tell us about Tilda?
She liked to talk about her paintings.
What about herself? Did she ever talk about her life on Earth, how she joined the Zeniths, something like that?
She never said much about herself, and she hated it when I asked too many questions. But I think, back on Earth, she was an expert programmer, given that she built a data channel the other Zeniths couldn't detect.
Is there anything else about her that we might be able to use to our advantage?
She was the first real person who ever bothered to speak to me. I wasn't really assessing her for strengths and weaknesses.
You said that Tilda reached out to you using a data channel?
It appeared in my training interface as another assignment. When I opened it, there were a series of intermittent glitches. I realized they formed a transpositional cipher. Instructions on how to open up a new virtual space. When I entered it, my training interface disappeared. Instead of the usual holographic teachers and files, I was in a perfect recreation of her home.
And you're sure the other Zeniths never knew about it?
To them, it looked like I was still in training, toiling away, alone.
Hey Shmoony, how are you doing? Wait, Shmoony Knight. Yes. Yes. I got you confused with... Wait. Your boyfriend had the different name? No? Yes? Anyway, I'm doing well. How are you doing? No need to be sorry. You drop by when you feel like you want to drop by and hang out. There is no obligation to do so. But I do appreciate you stopping by. Ah, it's the second account. There we go. Yeah, that's what confused me.
So this secret virtual space looked like a house with an ocean view?
I could see whitecaps and hear waves crashing on rocks below. And there were gulls crying outside. Inside, Tilda had frames that showed off her favorite paintings, changing at intervals to match the light. There was an armchair she liked. She'd sit there and gaze outside while I looked through her things. We spent hours in that house. I never wanted to leave.
You said Tilda showed you paintings and let you access media files?
Every time we met, she showed me a new painting. I think she was Dutch. All of her favorite pieces were from their golden age in the 1600s. Portraits, allegories, ships at sea. She had so many.
They didn't interest you?
I liked her media portal. It had so much more than my training interface. Clips, shows, holos. My favorite was this one called Second Time Around, about a family whose kid comes back after disappearing during the Hot Zone crisis.
Right, but did this portal have anything about the Zeniths themselves? Anything we could use?
Insensitive, no. Aloy. Wow.
Any information about them was redacted.
I started watching playthrough again from where you last was. Oh, so you've been watching it on YouTube? Nice. Like, what have you been up to in the meanwhile? I mean, apart from binging my YouTube, but you know.
So Tilda set up a secret virtual space where she could talk to you, a house on a cliff. Then later, she cut you off. But other than the fact that Tilda knew Elizabeth, you don't know why she did those things?
I don't! Okay? I thought of every possible reason that would make her leave, but whatever I did wrong, I don't know what it is. When I finally met the others, she ignored me. Acted like the data channel never existed. None of this even matters. Tilda's the same as the others. It won't help us defeat them.
Okay. Let's leave it at that then.
And that was useful. I mean, Beta is a soothing... Oh, whoa, hello.
What's wrong?
I'm trying, Varl. But she is tough to take. I'm out there in the wilds, risking my life every day, and all she can do is hide in there and tell us how hopeless it all is. I'm sorry, she's had a rough time, but she is really not helping right now.
You always seem to be on top of everything, so I sometimes forget about what you've been through. I mean, it wasn't that long ago you were so banged up you couldn't even walk. About that. When I pulled you out of the water back near the proving lab, you were muttering Rost's name. You never talk about him. But he raised you, trained you. You must miss him a lot.
Of course I do. But I don't have time to think about that now. I need to get back out there.
Okay. I'll keep working with Beta. Gaia says she knows a lot about Zero Dawn. And maybe she just needs some time to adjust, and then she can help us with Hephaestus.
Sure. But I won't hold my breath.
Been working and chilling, Shmoony? Yeah, me just trying to get by. Pretty much the same. Working, streaming. Finally starting to, you know, feel a little bit better. Getting a little bit more energy from, you know, getting outside of the home and going to the office and doing all of that kind of stuff. And I was like, maybe I can even leave my work laptop at the office because I'm going there every day now. We're back to normal, and immediately I get a message from like health and safety being like, oh, actually we had a confirmed COVID case just next to you, so you should stay home. And I'm like, okay, well, dadgummit. It's like you make a little bit of progress and you get smacked down. It's like Phelps' mom all over again.
Hey, got a sec?
Of course.
Jellyfriend, should you leave the spooky girl prodigy of Omega program in a room if it's elected to Blinken Nights? Yeah, I mean, we talked about that last time, right? Maybe it's not the best of ideas, you know?
You brought up Rost before. I do think about him. You know, he was all I had. And he brought me up the best he could. Not only that, when Hades discovered who I was and sent the Eclipse after me, he sacrificed himself so I could survive. But that seems like ages ago. So much has happened since. What I'm doing now, I don't think he could even begin to understand it. The sacred lands were all he really knew. So I can't let myself dwell on him. Not with everything I have to do.
I understand. Sometimes when I think about my sister, about what she would have become if she had survived the proving, it hurts. And I just need to bury it for a while. But only for a while, Aloy. You can't ignore it forever. Memories always come back. The ones that matter, anyway.
I know. But for now, the mission has to come first.
Fair enough.
The cool thing about Ayla and Beta is that Elizabeth can work through two kinds of trauma at once. And that's a big brain. That's a big brain trauma recovery right there. Yeah, one step forward and leaps back on the whole well-being front, Shmoony, unfortunately. I mean, it's like my grandpa used to say. When we had to go to work in my time, we took one step forward, and then the wind was so bad that we had to take 2 steps backwards. The only way we could get through to the school was by walking backwards. Hey, Lucky, how are you doing? Haven't seen you in ages. Welcome in. Welcome in. How's your stream been going? Hey, guys, can I have a shout out for Lucky Best, please?
You feeling okay?
I was just thinking about Beta and all that time spent with the Zeniths. To think someone would make a person just to lock them in a room to use when needed, like some sort of tool. Elizabeth Sobek sacrificed herself for the world, and yet they have no trouble treating Beta like a slave.
Another reason we have to stop them.
Yeah, I'm doing well, Lucky. Just getting through life.
How's training?
Discovering something new about our past every day. When we first met, you asked me if I ever wondered what this world looked like when the old ones lived here. I had thought it was strange at the time, but a lot has changed since I left the Embrace. Now I'm just trying to make sense of everything I thought I knew and versus everything I know now.
The change is hard, but it gets easier over time.
All right, Shmoony, I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, not getting spoiled is a very good idea. Of course, Lucky. Chat if you haven't checked out Lucky. She's an amazing, very wholesome streamer playing like Fall Guys and Final Fantasies and Divinity Original Sin and all of the good stuff. Go check her out, drop her a follow. I'm sure you will enjoy her content. The shoutout did work though. Wait, what? Did that not? Wow, is my stream elements? You are drunk. You are drunk. Anyway, the VA sounds familiar on Varl. Does he? Like, I don't recognize him. Anybody else know? I have no idea why that didn't work for you, Jellyfriend. That is so weird. Stream Elements is drunk. Absolutely. Of course, Lucky. Don't mention it.
It's hard to believe we're dealing with the original Zeniths. The same ones that left for Sirius 1,000 years ago.
To live on for so long, it doesn't seem natural.
Because it's not.
That weapon we found where Beta was hiding. Any chance we can use that against them?
Sylens made sure that wasn't an option.
Why would he build something to hurt Far Zenith, yet allow them to capture you?
With Sylens, there's always an angle. We just don't know what it is yet.
Good point, good point. Are you streaming tonight, Lucky?
What do you make of this Tilda the Beta was talking about?
Well, the way she described it, I can't shake off the feeling that Tilda wanted something from Beta. Maybe because she's Elizabeth Sobek's clone? But whatever she wanted, I don't think she got it. If we knew what it was, maybe we could use it to our advantage somehow.
I don't know. I don't think Tilda and Elizabeth were on the best of terms.
Oh well. At least we can take some comfort in knowing the Zeniths don't trust each other.
Maybe.
I don't think they were, like... I think Tilda still was not super upset with Elizabeth, but Elizabeth was, like, pissed that she tried to backdoor them. Yeah, Varl, that's what it's called.
I should get back out there.
We'll be here if you need us.
Alright, let's talk to Aaron here.
Hey, Aloy. Is everything all right? It seemed like you and Varl were down in that basement for a while.
Yeah, everything's fine, I guess.
Well, okay. What can I do for you?
Aaron, what I and Varl do in the basement is our business. Okay, just putting that out there.
You still sifting through loads of data?
Yeah, it's interesting. There's lots of words. I thought maybe I could try finding things with more, pictures in it. Not much luck there, but I did find out about these holofilms, like images put together to tell a story.
Can you
How they were
actually
made to
read,
look like
Aaron?
they were the real thing. The Oseram like shows. I bet they pay a lot of shards for those hollows.
Let's not play Strike right now.
It seems like you're getting a hang of this data thing.
Yeah, it's been helpful. When I could make sense of anything. I did find the old ones enjoyed a good brew like the rest of us. Only they let machines serve the stuff in bars. They even let the damn things cut you off before you saw the underside of a table. And that's half the fun. You won't see me letting a robot serve me a pitcher anytime soon.
Chat, like, if you can't see the underside of a table, why would you even go to a bar, right? Jesus, guy. I think, like, look, Aaron's heart is at the right place. It's just that his brain isn't at all times. But we still love him. He's cute. He's adorable. But maybe if you need more of the scientific kind of assistance, go to somebody else. He's better in the muscle department.
How are things going around here?
Hey, you tell me. Varl's new girlfriend tried to kill me earlier.
What did you do?
I made one joke about how they, eat grass a lot. How does anyone fight with nothing but tree leaves in their stomach anyway?
From the looks of it, the Utaru.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting her to be that fast.
Just try not to get hurt.
I mean, Jennifer, I have seen the underside of tables in bars, but not like seen a lot, because I was under the table. He's in a few things, but they're all minor roles that you wouldn't notice, so probably mistaken. Okay, fair enough, Lucky. What, out of curiosity, what was he in?
I see someone's been playing Strike.
I'm just trying to get some practice in. Helps take my mind off things.
You should try playing Katalo. It's a Tanakh game. Maybe you'll learn something.
Oh, sure, Tanakh. Sure he won't try and kill me if I win?
Pretty sure. Do I smell ale?
I brought some over from Chain Scrape.
He's proud of it.
With everything that's been going on, I thought we could all use a drink. Besides, there is nothing that brings people together like a good brew. That's what my sister always said, anyways. You're more than welcome to have some.
Maybe
We're fine.
another time. I should get going.
Back to reading, I guess. You be careful out there.
Isn't Dark Knight Rises and Cumberbatch Sherlock? Ooh. Wait, is that the Sherlock movies that were around like 2010 or something like that? Or are we talking about a different Sherlock?
Aloy,
Hey, how's everything going?
I am well, but Varl told me Beta's having a hard time adjusting to life here with us. I wish there was something I could do to help.
I'm not sure any of us can.
A tree won't bear fruit in a day. We'll do our best to make her feel welcome.
The BBC TV show? Oh yeah, now the name does ring a bell. Yeah. But I don't know what it is. Well, I mean, it's a show about Sherlock, obviously. Right? But I haven't watched it.
Are you guys training with Aaron as well?
If you count trying to stick a spear in his gut as training, then yes.
I've been told. Please tell me you weren't being serious, though.
Of course not.
Good.
I was going for a couple of broken bones. He called the Utaru leaf grazers. Laughed at the idea of us simple farmers being formidable fighters. Before I knew it, he and I were battling it out in the common room. The man is slow, but he can throw a hammer around. Don't look so worried. We're evenly matched. For now. Next time he's going down like a load of boar dump.
Just try not to kill each other.
Injuring his pride should be good enough.
The first couple of seasons were great, but it got a bit contrived as it progressed. Like, I feel like that's common for a lot of like series. It's like, oh no, we need to make it even more epic and more better than the last season. And then they overdo it and it goes down the drain. I mean, I've heard something about this series called Game of Thrones, and I heard that the last episode was absolutely wonderful, perfect, the best TV that was ever made, and absolutely nobody had any complaints whatsoever about it. But then again, we have some series like The Simpsons that just keep on delivering year after year, and arguably even getting better. That said, I haven't watched any of the last seasons, not because I didn't want to, but, you know, I actually didn't have access to them. Well, I did, but, you know, it's complicated. I live in Germany, all right? And you can get Simpsons here. But then you'll have Mr. Burns who says, ausgezeichnet, which is like, no. I can't do The Simpsons in German. It is not okay. It is not okay.
Is there anything I can help with around here?
Oh, no. We're doing fine.
Are you okay?
You and Varl have been friends for a while?
I like to think so.
I was wondering, what do you know about his mother?
Oh.
That
Oof.
bad, huh?
Why do you want to know?
He's spoken of his sister, Vala, but I noticed he avoids talking about his mother.
She's the war chief of the Nora. Best warrior the tribe's ever known. Tougher than a Thunderjaw, but she could be pretty harsh at times.
I see. That must have been hard on him. Thank you for telling me. I feel silly not being able to ask Varl directly.
I wouldn't worry about it. He's probably afraid Sona will scare you off someday.
I'd like to see her try.
So, Zona is the best warrior that the Nora tribe has ever seen. Why isn't she out saving the world? Why are we here? Aloy, you're still